Hello and welcome to Somewhat Unbiased. Now, I want to thank you guys for the support of late. Thank you for the new subscribers and welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. And thank you again for those lurkers, for those views. I appreciate that too. So let's go ahead and go into this video. Now, do you remember a few years ago when Mercedes-Benz decided to start a new subscription service where they would let you use the cars and you can switch it out to whichever one you want. You want to take the SUV, you can take the SUV. They'll bring it out to you and all that stuff. And if you want the AMG with the freaking V10 or whatever, you can have that in your driveway and you can take it out. Now, unfortunately, I have some bad news that Mercedes-Benz is actually shutting theirs down, as well as BMW and Audi are joining them as well. So let's go ahead and cover this article, and then we will maybe have some thoughts after or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right. So the title of this lovely article is, well, that didn't last. BMW and Audi joined Mercedes in shutting down subscription services by Sebastian Bell. Okay, both BMW and Audi appear to be shutting down their subscription services accessed by BMW and Audi Select. Both launched in 2018 in test markets but failed to catch on with customers. And they're going to go to the reason why. Now, these decisions follow Mercedes' decision to shut down its subscription pilot project last summer, while Cadillac puts its version on hiatus in 2018. These services offered subscribers a choice of vehicles from their brand that could be rotated in and out of one's driveway. The theory was you could have a sensible car for most of the time, with the option to occasionally switch to a sports car or a large SUV based on your needs. The services were, however, by and large, very fucking expensive. It's not made for you and me. Unless you're rich and you have money and you're watching me. In that case, it's just a waste of money. It's much smarter for you to just purchase those vehicles or lease it and then just turn it in when you're done, because the amount of money that they're asking for is fucking ridiculous. They want $3,700 a month. And I guess, hold on. The services, however, by and large, very expensive. BMW's top tier service, which gave subscribers access to M cars. So I guess they have like different tiers, so you can switch between a certain amount of cars, and then they have like their high end one. That's the one that's $3,700 per month. It's almost 3 times more than it costs to lease the M5. So you're better off leasing the M5 and then getting if you want, the maintenance on there and everything. But yeah, all this stuff, if you want that, you can just buy it separately instead of going through the subscription base, and you're paying $3,700 a month. By the way, $3,700 a month, if you calculate that to yearly, that's about $44,400. I did the calculations already. So yeah, that's a lot of money. Although it must be noted that the lease option requires $5,724 down payment and does not include insurance and maintenance. On the other hand, services also paid for insurance, maintenance, and roadside assistance. That's why automakers thought the idea might appeal to customers who wanted to just have a car with fewer commitments and responsibilities. They do. Some people prefer the convenience of going to the dealership and getting their car maintained or whatever. But then you have a select few of people that likes to work on their own car, like me. I like to change my own oil and just work in my own vehicle in general because it's fun. Yeah, Fun. Except when you run into trouble, and yeah, then you have to figure shit out, and yeah, that's just But to me, this service does not make any sense at all. If you want any of those services like the maintenance and roadside assistance, you can always add that into your service agreement through the lease, or if you're deciding to buy that, there's options for you to actually purchase all your maintenance on there, and make sure you get all your maintenance on there, and it's just not the what's the word? And it's just not oil changes, because then you're kind of getting screwed there. Because some places that offer free lifetime maintenance, most of the time it's just the oil change. Anyway, let's go on. With services costing so much, though, they may have been a hard sell for average BMW and Audi customers. And Porsche's service, meanwhile, is by all accounts going well. You know why? Because people that drive Porsches have fucking money. Because those cars are very expensive to maintain, even though they do look sexy. But I would never own one because they're expensive to own, and I don't make enough in order for me to maintain that vehicle. So it does not make financially decision sense, maybe. But I do like that the Porsche 9, I think it's in I can't, the GT4, I think that's what it's called. It's the Cayman GT4. I do like that with the 7-speed manual transmission. That car is pretty boss. I like that car. But anyway, moving on. The services have not become financially viable for dealers, though, according to BMW National Dealer Forum chairman David Salone. It's been difficult for automakers to figure out subscription fleet sizes and product mix, and Salone said it's important to manufacture test these different business models, but it's also good that when they don't work, they acknowledge that. BMW may not have given up on the service entirely, a company spokesperson told The Verge. It is process of developing the next iteration of Access by BMW. It remains to be seen just from what it will take. So the problem, there's a whole bunch of problem with this. The first is, like they were saying, the fleet. So you need to make sure that you always have a certain amount of cars. Like you have to make sure that you have like, like I mean, like 10 M cars. Okay, cool. I got 10 M cars. I'm 10 SUVs. Cool. And then I have like 10 basic BMWs. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it just. I'm just gonna stare at the camera for a minute. Just kidding. It just seems like it's just costing them way too much money, and there's not enough people that are, falling for this subscription base. Because if you think about it, it is a waste of money, because at the end of the day, you don't get to own anything because you're in a subscription base. You never own anything. And if everything is moving that route, which is not the right way, I mean, Adobe subscription base, Microsoft Office subscription base, even the freaking even those stupid antivirus and all that crap, those are going into subscription bases. So subscription bases doesn't always work on every little thing. You know what I mean? There's certain things that make sense subscription wise, and there are some that are just making no sense at all. Like this makes absolutely no sense at all. But I guess if you have the money, then you can switch out any kind of car you want in your driveway. But to me, it makes more sense for me to just purchase those said cars and have them in my driveway, unlike throwing away $44,400 a year on a car that I'll never own or whatever. To me, it just makes no sense at all, man. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. This is Someone Unbiased. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a like if you do, and you have yourself a very lovely, lovely day.